You can't deny how much energy is in that area. Everything is going off, so you're just like, wah, and there's like bells clanging, and you're just like, just trying to get through this section and also not make a mistake.
Go, Jeremy, go!
At the last set of barriers, it was definitely, you can look back and see that Steven's not coming. I just took a deep breath and was just so happy. Yeah, it's special. Nothing went wrong. My team executed, Tom, Brandon, Molly, everybody, my family's there. It just, everything goes perfectly. And so when you do get to that last set of barriers and you realize, yeah, I've won. And so you're like, being in that pressure cooker is off. It's not the target on your back anymore. You were able to do it. Because it's stressful. The goose?
I don't know the one with the blue label.
No.
The goose. The goose thing.
Did you sleep good?
I did, like a rock.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that didn't wake you up.
No, me too. We're both glad. You're double glad that you didn't wake me up.
That would have been like a Brachiosaurus in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it would have been ugly.
Just looking forward to some warm weather where you just put on shorts and a jersey and you'll walk out the door. What can I continue to push my body to do more? I don't know. The end of a cyclocross season, whether it's now or in 3 weeks, your body is ready to reset. So everybody here gains weight. Everybody here isn't super happy. And everybody here is bored. And people emotionally eat food here.
Yeah.
To feel better. And so you see it, like everyone's like, oh, I don't think I've got good form right now. And you start to ask, well, why? And it's because they're all slightly kind of bummed out.
Yeah. CNS is burnt.
And it comes at a time of the year when I think that a lot of people are obviously have had a long season because our season starts in the middle of August. And I've just been thinking about it a lot, like what actually works. I think the thing that's probably hardest about being on the road is just sleeping in different beds.
Well, in 17 days you were in 7 different beds.
Yeah, or more. There's like some keys to being on the road, and I try to get into a rhythm as quickly as possible when I get to a new location. The staples are coffee. That's one thing that's concrete that's in my day. I bring the same food and nutrition and all that stuff with me. You know, I have data on my phone, so I can stream some tunes, or I can check some emails if I want to, or I can take a picture. So like I like having that. That's another piece of home for me. I also try to go to locations that I know the area to train in, because that's important. If I can get out on a training ride and I can go do this training loop that I already know, then I don't have to try to do something new. I just try to stay in repetition, taking it one day at a time and not trying to get too ahead of yourself and saying like, I'm on the road for 2 months, because that's not doing anyone any good. I'm probably gonna burn all the clothes that I have that are in my bag because I don't wanna see them anymore because I've worn them so many times for the last 2 months. The course has got a lot of different types of sections. Technical, normally it's a fast race, but there's gonna be a lot of rain in the forecast this weekend.
Met Nicola Noskov met de omstandigheden is.
is when you've got to dig in. Positive. You got to go 100% positive because there's nothing. Well, actually, let me stop right there. This is going to be amazing.
It's lovely out there.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be great. Hey guys, how are you? Good to see you. Yo, thank you. I'm going in. Yep. Thank you.
I think that the courses in Europe generally are more difficult. You know, the analogy that back home we have 8th grade and here we have like honors AP classes in Europe. I think that is true in a lot of scenarios because you take what is our most challenging course and then you add a lot of precipitation and a lot of just dirt that moves really fast. So when 150 riders hit it after, 20 minutes of pre-ride, there's 40 ruts in all different places. And so just being able to learn how to ride those ruts is a gift. It's a thing that you have to acquire. It's a taste. Like you can't just hit a rut and think that I got it all of a sudden. Like you need to get your speed right and set up for it and lean your body weight and move your head and look through it. And there's 100 things that happen when you have to hit these ruts, but they're part of European racing.
How much more? Let's see where it's at. Yep.
The risk here is definitely I could go home in a stretcher or I could end my season at this course this weekend in Zolder. There's a couple things that are definitely, hurt yourself on. Having so many riders from the Jam Fund be part of this team here in Europe racing the World Championships from Western Massachusetts, and having Alan Mukunda be able to be here with me and be able to see that is huge. I don't think it's something that we'll actually be able to really understand right now. We're just here doing this and we're focused on everyone having a good ride and the best experience and event that they can.
For these guys, it's such a different thing, and that first impression of how you taste it is so valuable. Like if I walk outside and it's like misting and I smell a cigarette and a pastry at the same time, like I have like flashback, like I just start shivering and Whereas these guys, and these guys, hopefully when they feel that, they're like, oh man, I have such great memories of Europe.
Yeah. Yes.
So.
Daar niet veel vooraan gaan we een hergroepering krijgen, of riskeren we misschien van een hergroepering te krijgen. Behalve SAS op dit zware parcours die weer en weer door de...
When we look back, I think we're going to be so happy and really just proud of all the energy and effort and all those times and those things that no one saw that we did all as a group to basically help everyone get to this point. I think that it's really special and no one can take that away from us. They're all here and they've all put in their time and effort, and these stories have been told, and I think that they're all riders that have come into their own and grown and are still continuing to grow. Definitely will be really proud to see Anthony on the start line of the World Championships. It'll be one step further than that time that he made the front group at Cross Vegas and I was riding in the pack with him. I literally got teary thinking about that. When I see all them there and all the positive changes and just thinking about it right now, I'm getting a little emotional. Like, it's just tough because it's a lot of people have changed their lives through this stuff that we've been able to put in place and for them to climb that ladder. So to have them all here, to have them be part of this team is super special, and it's 1/6 of the team or something. I mean, it's huge. To know what we do with a very little, it's cool. It's just a lot of love going into that.
Wij zagen hem aanzetten naar die bocht, Sven, en we dachten van, hij wil met voorsprong het veld ingaan en dan plots zag je dat hij zijn eindspurt inluidde. Ja, het is echt merkwaardig. Je zag het aan de manier waarop dat hij het asfalt opdraaide, dat hij echt wel dacht dat het voor de overwinning was. Hoe lekker hier had. Het is eigenlijk veel valpartijen precies en pas de kwaliteit. Ze hadden de vroeg in de lucht steken, dat is wel een serieuze fout. Ja, je zag dat gebeuren hè, vanuit de verte. Ja, die vertraagde ineens, we staan er natuurlijk ook wel opgepakt.
Dames en heren, nog het laatste datum, dat applaus voor het drietal op het podium. Wereldkampioen in de Ierbeek, zilveren medaille Adam de Penning, bronzen medaille Quinten Hessel.
It's a hard enough course that guys are going to get fatigued and make mistakes, and with the precipitation, there's going to be some crashes for sure.
And number 30 for the United States of America, Jeremy Powers. We go to the second.
If I get in the top 10, that would be the absolute best that I could do. And if I was anywhere in the top 20, I think I'll be happy and I can walk away and say good season. Anything outside of that is going to be tough unless I look at it and I really understand why that happened. I think it's going to be an epic race. It'll absolutely crown a deserving winner. There will be someone that comes into that finish solo. I slipped my pedal at the start, which really just put me in the back, like in the wrong place. And mentally, I have to come back from that. It's just like, darn it. What was at one point a good start that could turn into a good result has turned into something where I need now to fight back. There was plenty of opportunity for me to make up time and make up places, but I wasn't able to. And so I was really stagnating and just kind of staying where I was. And so.
Natuurlijk als het van de raar blijft in dat spoor hangen. Zo waren de verwachte top 3 bij de aanmaksfase van deze wedstrijd. Opletten, want Van der Poel plaatst een kleine tussenspunt. Eerste, laatste afdaling zal ik zeggen voordat ze aan de muur komen richting aankomt. En opletten, want Van der Poel heeft de snelheid in de benen. Zo, we hebben Wout van Aert als eerste voor Mathieu van der Poel, Sven Nys, Lars van der Aert. 2 ronden voor de boeg. Lars van der Aert. Daar komt ook Wout van Aert.
Today is not the result that I would have liked, but it's probably what I'm capable of. And yeah, I have to definitely see if there's something that I would change in the future, or yeah.
We are looking for any type of mistake, and Sven Nys will be there to answer. Yeah.
The last time that I did this race for the World Cup, I did feel like, yeah, I nailed that. I had nailed in a bunch of sections. I was riding them really well, and I was going quickly in a majority of them, and I was making up time on other guys. So. The last thing that I want to do is do racing and get people excited for me to do well or to have a result that I'm capable of and then not do that. You know, I feel like I let not just myself down, but also my family and the people that follow my racing. You know, today was whatever, 33rd place, I believe, and that's not, I don't think that that's that's good enough. And I don't want to just be a pack filler, and I don't want to just be a person that's here as part of the circuit. I want to be a guy that's able to compete and ride in the front and do good rides. So I think that the stuff about like learning or doing more to be competitive in Europe is, I can't keep saying that. Even though I do keep learning, I can't always blame it on this thing or that thing. It's more at this point about coming here ready to race instead of being a little bit overdone.
Not a great moment. 1 second. Hi. Spoke to Bill and Keats. He had a picture taken of Bill and Keats. Want to get one now? Well, great to take a picture there. Let's go. Good. Really nice supervisor. When are you going to do behind the barriers again? Everyone nice ears. Thanks, Jeremy. Good luck. Thanks again. Yeah. How you doing? Good to see you.
In hindsight, I think that my season has been a good season. I still won a majority of the races that I entered in the United States. I still think that I'm considered the guy to be beaten, and I was able to retain my national championship title. Did I have the results that I wanted in the World Cup overall? No, I didn't. There's definitely some training stuff that I missed on that I should have picked up on earlier, and I was overtrained and just trying for too much. But I was also being pushed by other riders in the States that I hadn't been pushed in a way before, and I thought I was underperforming when maybe the reality was that I was actually performing above the year before. And so looking back, I'm actually happy that I was pushed. Stepping back in from what we were doing with Behind the Barriers or Behind the Barriers TV and doing something like this is special because it's a different look, and it's a little bit more of the 32-year-old Jeremy Powers versus the 25 or 6-year-old Jeremy Powers, I was a different person. And you know, I think that people got to watch me grow up a little bit and evolve as a person. To be able to do this and to be able to have you guys here and chasing this again and putting it out there like that has been very special, and I'm super grateful for everyone that watches.